Hey everyone, today we're making crispy homemade sourdough crackers. They're easy to make, super crunchy, and perfect for snacking. Grab your sourdough starter and let's get baking. All you need is some sourdough starter, butter, and your favorite seasonings. Let's roll, cut, and bake them to perfection. Ready in no time, these crackers are a game changer. Let's dive in.
Good morning, welcome to Exploring and Creating Life Together. I'm Gary, and of course doing the videography is the beautiful Deborah. She always does a great job with that. Today we're going to talk about making sourdough discard crackers. Very simple recipe, very easy recipe, only 2 ingredients. Your sourdough starter, of course, the discard, which for those not familiar with sourdough, to keep your sourdough active, you pull some of it off, that's your discard, and you keep your original going by feeding it at that point in time and either store it in the refrigerator, store it on your counter, however you're doing yours. I've got some sourdough starter here, or discard, that I'm going to be using. I've collected this over a little bit of time, and yep, it's got that nice sour smell to it. So I've got 400 grams of sourdough starter. So 25% of that would be 80 grams of butter. So I've already taken the butter and melted it. Then all I do is mix these two up. So I'm going to dump this in and mix this up, and then we'll go to the next step. As my grandmother always said, waste not, want not, so I'm getting all this good butter out of here. She raised 5 kids during the Depression, so I'm sure she knew what she was talking about with waste not, want not. We'll get this good and mixed up. The other thing we will do after that, there are 2 ways you can go about doing this. You can either lay it all out on a cookie sheet that I've got here lined with parchment paper and do it in one big spread. And then once it is baked, then you can break it up into your individual crackers. Or you can use the spatula to make different designs, either rounds or whatever shape you want to do them in. I usually do mine in a rectangular shape, and I've made this a couple of times and they turned out very well. So I thought I'd share it with you since I knew it would turn out good. But they don't take long to bake. One of the things you want to do when you do spread it on the parchment paper is to make sure that you get kind of nice even layer. Not very thick, you want them a little bit thin. Then they bake up and have that nice crunch like a cracker does. So there we are, all nice mixed up. And I'm going to begin the process on this first one of just spreading these out and see how we come out. One of the things I forgot to mention is you certainly want to have your oven preheated. Mine is preheated to 350 degrees. These will take just a few minutes to bake. I'm going to sprinkle some Italian seasoning and a little salt on them. You can put any kind of topping that you want on them. And so I've got this first batch done. We'll put a little Italian seasoning on them. We're going over to some friend's house on New Year's Eve to celebrate, and that's what I'm making these for, is to take to that party along with some kind of dip or something. not going to put very much salt on there. Don't need a lot. Just enough to give it a little kick. There we go. The first batch. I'm going to be baking 2 batches at a time. I'm going to set this one aside. This next batch, I'm going to try to make round. I've not done this before, but let's see if we can give it a try. I read where one group of friends had been getting together for a number of years on New Year's Eve, and they would actually bake or make their meal together. They would each bring the ingredients and bring the best that they could to celebrate the year that had passed, the blessings that God had given them, and they would make the meal together, which gave them a lot of time to be around and visit with each other. The gentleman that wrote the book said that sometimes they would be up till 3 or 4 in the morning just sharing what had happened during the year, what their hopes and dreams were for the coming up year. Sounds like a good thing. Seems like in this busy, fast-paced world, we've gotten away from true relationships, and we want to hurry things by bringing something that from fast food or takeout or already made for us and eat and run. So I would encourage you to take time to develop relationships. Cooking together is a good way to do that. Typically, we have homemade Italian seasoning. Deborah grows all the herbs and spices out there, the basil, the rosemary, oregano, and thyme, those kind of things, and she makes her own. But we're fresh out of that, so I'm having to use store-bought to make these with, which is fine. This is good too, but certainly fresh herbs and spices are a whole lot better. Like I say, you can add any kind of topping that you want on these. Some of the ones that I've read that are really good are everything bagel, also just garlic, and I've heard that chia seed on here is really good and makes for a pretty healthy cracker. So lots of different ways to go with it. We've even had our grandkids over at different times and stages of their life. Some of them are now 17 years old, but back when they were younger, we made cookies with them. We've made pancakes and waffles and put these in, and it takes about 5 to 7 minutes. These may take a little longer because they're a little thicker, but we'll pull them out and we'll show you what they look like. Okay, these are ready. I'm going to bring these out. I told you 7 minutes, but the recipe is actually 25 minutes. So we're going to bring both these out. See, they're nice and crisp here. These being a little thinner, a little more brown, but they will be delicious. They're not burned. We're going to put some with chia seed, some with some Mediterranean seasoning on them. I'm going to get those spread out. We'll come back and show you what those look like when they're done. Chia seeds are very good for you. So we're going to put some of these on there, and the 2 ingredients in these are sourdough starter and the butter. Both are healthy and good for you in the right amounts. You don't want to overdo any one thing, but this is good. So this will also make a good healthy cracker as well. Sprinkle a little on here. Now these are artisan crackers, so they don't have to be perfect, they just have to be good. We did sample one and it was delicious. So now, what are some recipes that you like to do? It doesn't have to be making crackers or bread, but what's one of your favorite things to do? We've got a son-in-law that is very good at grilling. He can do some really fabulous things. Some great pizzas, some pork butt, brisket, all kinds of good stuff that he's made on there. Fortunately, we've been over there to sample some of that. So now we're going to put some of this Mediterranean seasoning on there that's got a little bit of everything in it, including a little salt, so we won't be adding any salt to this. Very good. These will make some great crackers. This is what we're using on this. We read about this in a book about good healthy eating, so this is something that we tried. So we'll see what these come out like. You know, we hope that you enjoy what we're doing. If you followed us at all, you know that we love to go out and get in nature. We enjoy traveling and seeing new small towns, large towns, lots of different things, and like to be around friends and family as well. This is part of it. We're prepping to be around friends, getting things ready. They ask us to bring an appetizer and your favorite beverage, so this is going to be our appetizer. We'll make these crackers, then we'll decide either on a dip or a cheese or something like that to bring along with it. But we hope you give us a thumbs up. We hope you like what we're doing and that you'll push that like button. As much as anything, we'd love for you to subscribe, and we'd like for you to share this with other people as well. You never know, some of your friends and neighbors and family may enjoy what we're doing as well. Give us a comment down below what you like to cook. Maybe there's a favorite recipe that you would share with us that we could try. I will put this recipe in the comment section of this video. So if you like it, then give us a thumbs up, let us know how it turned out for you. Have a great new year.